gente, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo la han pasado este fin de semana? Espero que estuvo súper bueno y que no haya sido tan difícil no poder surfear como lo fue para mí, que tuve que ver las olas perfectas abajo en mi casa. Les cuento, esto es una edición más de Bego's Chat. Ya ustedes saben, es una iniciativa de Erizos Store con la cual vamos a estar entrevistando a riders increíbles del Bodyboard, personalidades también. O sea, queremos extender esto para no solamente riders, sino filmmakers, fotógrafos y bueno, muchas de las personalidades de nuestro deporte. Y bueno, súper feliz y agradecida de contar con ustedes. Cada vez tenemos más apoyo, cada vez tenemos más seguidores y eso es de verdad el corazón de todo esto, así que muchísimas gracias. Recuérdense compartir este live. Hay como un avioncito de papel, una flechita aquí abajo que le pueden dar ahí, se lo pueden enviar a las personas que quieran o lo pueden compartir en sus redes y esto es una súper oportunidad. Jeff es súper amable y nada, tengo un montón de preguntas. Recuérdense la dinámica, primero conversamos con él nos responde las diferentes preguntas que están acá y después ustedes pueden hacer sus preguntas y yo las voy a ir leyendo. Disculpen si al comienzo no los saludo o de repente no leo sus preguntas, pero bueno, es como también en la dinámica que tenemos establecida. Hoy es Jeff Hubbard. Así que nada, les recuerdo que tenemos nuestra página web súper activa, las tiendas están cerradas, pero en la página web estamos trabajando súper bien, en las redes sociales también, erizosstore.com y también Erizos Store en Instagram, en Facebook, en todo. Estamos full activos. Mi ropa, como siempre, Erizos, una nueva colección de una excelente calidad que acaba de llegar, unisex, pueden utilizar cualquiera, y de un algodón peruano de máxima calidad, así que nada, eso. Vámonos de una vez, que ya vi que Jeff me saludó, me puso la manito por ahí, lo vamos a llamar para no tomar más de su tiempo. Y bueno, veo que hay mucha gente conectada, muchísimas gracias, veo muchos nombres de los otros días, estoy súper emocionada. Y bueno, vámonos ya una vez a llamar a Jeff. A ver, ¿dónde estás, Jeff? Lo había visto ahora recién, pueden creerlo. Estoy buscándolo acá. Saben que aquí hay que buscar a la persona. No. ¿Saben que no? Ay, Dios mío, espérenme. Ya vamos a llamar entonces a Jeff Hubbard, que es nuestro invitado del día de hoy. Estoy absolutamente emocionada porque él para mí, y creo que para muchos de ustedes obviamente, ha sido un referente alucinante. Jeff es 3 veces campeón mundial, pero no importa ni siquiera la cantidad de títulos que Jeff tiene, sino todo lo que ha hecho por nosotros, la vigencia, su vigencia, pues imagínense, tiene, no sé, por lo menos 30 años activo y ha estado activo en todo tipo en todas las aristas del bodyboard. Espérenme que no lo consigo, me quiero matar. ¿Dónde está? Ya lo vamos a llamar. No sé por qué no me sale. Hace un ratito me salía. Aquí está. Ya, vámonos.
How's it going?
Oh!
Can you guys hear me? I'm just driving back from the North Shore. I went surfing. We're still lucky enough to go surfing. So that's good. How are you guys doing?
Oh man, can you hear me well?
I can hear you great. Can you guys hear me?
Awesome. Oh man, you know what? I was so excited that I forgot to put my headphones on. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, I just saw your message about the headphones too, so I don't have any in the car.
Oh my god. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be throwing some questions in English, okay, and then I'll translate in Spanish your answer, and I'll say first the questions in Spanish so people know what I'm asking you, but I'll try to do it quick. I promise I won't take much of your time.
No worry. Hey, I'm not much going on. I'm just driving, so it's perfect timing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, great.
Bueno, gente, Jeff está volviendo del North Shore a su casa, así que está manejando. Y dice que está súper contento y que tiene full tiempo, así que nada. Buenísimo. Gracias a todos ustedes por sintonizar. La dinámica es como la de Joe Clark. Voy a decir las preguntas en español, se las digo a él en inglés, él responde, yo voy a estar tomando nota. Si se me pierde algo, por favor, disculpen. Y después se los traduzco, ¿ya? Okay, Jeff, let's just start with the basics. What's your age? How old are you? And how long have you been bodyboarding?
Wow, I'm 44 this year. Not sure. Gosh, bodyboarding. I've been bodyboarding for a long time, at least like since I was 10. Let's just say 34 years.
Oh my God.
It's a long time.
Yo le pregunté, oh yeah, man, that's amazing. Yo le acabo de preguntar cuántos años tenía y cuántos años haciendo bodyboard, porque obvio esas son preguntas básicas. Tiene casi 44, cumple este año y está surfeando desde que tenía 10 años. O sea, 34 años. Okay, man, that's amazing. Can you tell us how did you start and like why bodyboard, you know? Why bodyboard and not surf? How did you start?
Oh, I think it starts with anyone in Hawaii. Most people just you have it's easy access to the ocean because it's cheap. It's cheap to get started. The boards are cheap, and you can kind of go with your family and your friends, and you're just going down to the beach and enjoying the beach. And it's your first experience to the ocean and the waves. I think at that age when you're young, is because you don't have a surfboard yet because it's so dangerous and expensive. So when you're young, you have a boogie board, and so you get to go down with your family, and it's just normal for all the kids. I know in here in Hawaii, and I think it was the same most places. It's just an affordable option, and it's more fun when you start off bodyboarding. It's much more fun because it's safe and it's easy to learn, and you have fun right away.
Easy fun.
Yeah. Easy fun.
Yeah. Okay, yo le pregunté que cómo empezó a hacer bodyboard, ¿no? Como que por qué bodyboard. Él me dice que la verdad que al comienzo, cuando tú eres niño, cuando eres bien chico, es mucho más económico y es como más fácil, ¿no? Porque tener una tabla de surf igual es mucho más, como más engorroso, más difícil y obviamente mucho más caro. Ahora le vamos a preguntar por qué se quedó pegado en el bodyboard, porque él dice que mucha gente que él conoce pues empezó con el bodyboard, pero obviamente siguieron con el surf. And so, like you started for the reasons you said, but why did you keep doing it? Since most of the people, like you said, start with bodyboard because it's easier and it's cheaper, but then they switch to surf. So why did you keep doing it?
I think it's just it depends on your peer group and who your friends are, and I think my friends were bodyboarding more. So the friends I had tended to be bodyboarders. They liked to bodyboard, and bodyboarding was fun and cool, and so that's just what it was. And I think on the island I lived on, the waves are more suited for bodyboarding, and they're really enjoyable. So it was just a kind of an easy choice. I enjoyed bodyboarding, and it was something that me and my friends were good at doing, so we kept doing it.
Dice que en realidad se trató de que todos sus amigos en el momento hacían bodyboard y era lo que todos hacían y lo que en realidad les gustaba, entonces por eso él se quedó haciendo bodyboard y como que básicamente esa fue la razón. So what's oh my God, those clouds.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't look promising. Did you surf now?
Oh no, that's normal. We get a little bit of rain all the time in Hawaii, so that's normal. For Chile, that looks ominous, doesn't it? Like, oh no, it's a little bit. No, it's fine.
Leo le preguntaba por las nubes, dice que es normal en Hawái, que siempre tienen un poco de nubes y lluvia. So what's Jeff Hubbard doing today? What are you doing today? And what are you?
Well, I just went and surf pipeline with Jamie O'Brien. We did some filming for his vlog and did a little fun out there, just doing board transfers with some surfboards and bodyboards and just playing around on a pipeline. It wasn't very big today, but about 2 feet, just something fun to play with in the water and get some exercise and then go back and stay indoors. So it's kind of what I was doing, just get outside, get some exercise, and then do this, a fun interview, and then go back to indoor life with my computer.
And your family.
Yeah.
Yo le pregunté qué hizo hoy él y dice que viene de allá de Pai que estaba con Jamie O'Brien y que grabaron algo cortito y gracioso para su blog y ahora está regresando a su casa ya para encerrarse y dice que eso es lo que trata de hacer cada día, como puta, salir un poco, tal vez surfear un poco, porque bueno, igual en Hawái es más solito, ¿no? No es como, no es tan ciudad y tiene esa oportunidad y después ya se va y se encierra en su casa. Okay, so here comes the big one.
Cool.
Tell us. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to say this. Tell us about No Friends, man. That was such a huge time.
Yeah,
That
was really fun.
We want to know, because I know this from a lot of people that have been sending me some questions and even my friends.
Mm-hmm.
What about No Friends? How was leaving that, the whole situation, the best times of Bodyboard, I will say? I mean, some years that followed were amazing, but how was leaving there and actually what happened to that, with that? Can you tell us?
Oh, we just had a great time. That was such an amazing time in our lives, just to be traveling around the world with your friends and just bodyboarding and get to surf and see new things and new places and share the stoke of bodyboarding all around the world or wherever you can, filming, and just it was just one of those perfect recipes for success. Just happy, good vibes, just all around from your friends and bodyboarding and mixed around with the youth movement and not much to say. It was just great and a really great thing to have been a part of for over 10 or 12 years, however long it lasted. It was great.
I know. Yo le pregunté sobre No Friends, cómo fue vivir esa época, esos videos, esa época tan increíble que ellos viajaron por tantos años. Él dice entre 10 y 12 años más o menos que estuvieron con No Friends. Dice que no, o sea, no hay mucho que decir porque lo que hay que decir es que fue como básicamente un sueño en realidad, el perfect setup, como todas las cosas conjugadas. Era hermoso viajar, hermoso poder compartir la alegría del bodyboard con todas las personas a los diferentes lugares a donde iban y estaban con sus amigos, o sea, era como perfecto. Ahí él nos va mostrando todo el camino cómo está. So, can you tell us what happened to that? Why actually it ended? I mean, you guys were so solid. We just hope it would last forever.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things with the internet killed it. Internet killed the radio. Internet killed the DVD player. Internet killed the radio star. Just it's a perfect storm where just you couldn't sell DVDs, so you couldn't make any money doing it, and then so there's no way to really keep going because no one was buying DVDs, and everyone was just ripping things off the internet. So you sell a DVD, and 10 people copy it. So it was just not possible from a business standpoint. So I think everyone just moved on because if it's not you couldn't pay, no one could pay a video guy to travel with them. So there's no way to pay someone to travel with you and edit. So we couldn't do it anymore. So that was just one of those things where if people kept buying DVDs, it would have been totally possible to keep doing. But it was just no one bought DVDs anymore. End of an era.
Yeah. So basically, it all came down to money situation. Just that.
For sure. I think it's just if no one's able to pay for someone to travel and video all around the world and edit on a full-time basis, then it wasn't feasible. That was the main thing, unfortunately.
Well,
there's no lack of
friends. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think. No, I was just saying that there's no kind of no lack of ambition or talent or out there of bodyboarders to video because there's so many great people to video, and you could have kept finding new generations, and it would have been totally fine to keep going with the bodyboarding culture. I think it was just a matter of finances. So that's all it was.
Right, definitely. Yo le pregunté qué pasó con No Friends, por qué desapareció, por qué si había sido algo tan exitoso de 12 años, tremendos videos, tanta gente que lo seguíamos. Mira, él dijo algo muy sencillo, como esa canción que dice Video Killed the Radio Start, eso, el video mató al artista de radio, como llegó el internet, toda la gente empezó a bajarse las cosas, nadie compraba ya más DVD, no compraban más VHS, y ellos básicamente financiaban todo eso con esas ventas, o sea, con las ventas de los DVD de las películas. Entonces finalmente nadie más compró y no les fue bien en las últimas, y definitivamente no era porque faltara motivación ni porque faltaran riders que filmar, porque él siente que está lleno de riders y de gente que puede protagonizar una película como No Friends, sino es un tema de financiamiento más que nada. Okay, you've been to Arica. So, oh no, wait. Before that, I wanted to ask you top 5 bodyboard movies. Top 5. Your top 5.
Top 5. Well, I guess one would be one of the first movies I saw, like Kauai classic movie, like Future for Youth, kind of a local movie from Kauai, which a lot of the really good bodyboarders back in the day. So that was really inspiring for me. Got me real excited about bodyboarding. So that one, and then I would say maybe Blast Off 3 was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. Maybe Tom Boyle had a movie, maybe like one of Tom Boyle's movies, and then I would say then the Scotty Carter, The Inside. That's a really good bodyboarding movie.
Yeah.
And so then what do we got? 4.
Yeah, we got 4.
Then what's another one? Then I guess it would be like I'm not putting any No Friends ones in there because that's too biased. So I'm just gonna put maybe
and from different times, like a little.
Probably maybe a tension movie or something.
Yeah, it's gotta be one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into you've been to Arica so many times. Can you recall how many times have you come to Arica, to Los Lobos, to Chile?
Yeah, I think I tried counting the last time I was in Arica, and I'm pretty sure it was close to like 11. Might have been 11 or 12 times. It was something around there. It's close to it was over 10, but so it's either was 11 or 12, I think, something like that. I think I first went in 2005 with Ryan, so I went 2005 for the first time,
12,
and then
2
some years
right,
last year. Yeah. 2005, and then I went for most of the years after that. So yeah, probably 11. Around, that seems a fair statement. 11 or 12. Yeah, it's great. I miss it.
Oh my God. Yo le pregunté cuántas veces.
Go back.
So you have to come this year, man, for sure. We're waiting for you. You must.
I know, right? I think everyone would love to just go travel and surf right now. Everyone around the world is itching to do that, but I don't know when that's going to be an actual possibility. But hopefully we just can surf in our local break soon. I think luckily we can do that in Hawaii. We're really fortunate. Hopefully it happens around the world for everyone soon, that they get back to just bodyboarding, enjoying the beach and the fun. That's the best thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yo le pregunté, I'm going to translate what you said. Yo le pregunté cuántas veces ha venido a Arica. Sabemos que tiene muchísimas veces, y dice que por lo menos ha venido entre 11 o 12 veces, y calcula que desde 2005 ha venido para acá. O sea, increíble. So, when was your favorite time? The time that the most remarkable one, and why? The time that you came to Arica.
I guess the first time I went to Arica was probably one of the best times, just because it was just so different. Your first time is always so special, like, exciting, and you see something so new and just like interesting. And I think the first time you always have maybe the most stories and recollection about that experience. Because I can remember the first time I traveled there real vividly, almost all of it. So yeah, that one was really special, for sure.
Your first time. Dice que yo le pregunté cuál fue como la vez que más recuerda, que más especial para él fue de las que vino para Arica, y dice que definitivamente la primera, porque cuando tú vas por primera vez a un sitio es como el momento más mágico, como es algo nuevo, además que Arica es completamente diferente. O sea, imagínense, todos dicen lo mismo. Fíjense que Joe Clark dijo lo mismo, ahí él muestra, eso es Hawái, es full verde, y Arica es todo así como café, con unos desiertos súper bonitos, pero como muy diferente el paisaje. Aparte, es como, claro, después tienes esos paisajes y después llegas a esta ola increíble y piensa que la primera vez dice que puede recordar así súper en vivo cada una de las cosas que vivió en Arica. Así que piensa que la primera vez fue definitivamente la que más recuerda. And from all the times you've been, which maneuver can you recall the best? Like a maneuver that actually just sticked in your brain that was the most amazing one.
Let's see. The most amazing maneuver. Jeez, there's so
that
many
you performed
really cool ones.
in Marica.
Yeah, that's a tough one. There's
I know.
a lot, lot to think about. I guess. Man, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh man!
Wow.
It's gotta be.
I mean, there's
gotta be one of those.
there's 720s or like, rewinds. There's all those fun moves are just. There's been a few of them, so it's kind of cool to think about which one or. Oh man, really cool question. Really cool question because it's there's just so many crazy moves that I remember just being really happy about it and stoked about. I guess it's easy to always say like maybe the first 720 I got on video. That was cool just because it was so just only got one. And landed in, got on video.
I think I lost you.
That was a nice one because it was just the first one that had been able to get on videotape.
I've lost you for a little while. Did you set the first 720 on video?
Yes. Yeah.
But that was in Arica or somewhere else? The first one you got in video.
Oh, are you talking about Arica? Sorry, I thought you were talking about in general.
Oh no, in general it's like a world. You have to like.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I didn't know. Yeah. So okay, in Arica, yes. Oh man, Arica has really cool one. So I'm thinking Arica might be.
I'm sorry.
I guess there's a big invert on the right on Arica. I guess I really like that one. That was like a really cool wave I had. And then maybe the one where no, it was a while ago. It was 2009, I think. That was a fun invert. It was a big one. Or maybe it was 2010. I had another big invert. That was kind of cool. Another 10-point ride. So yeah, tough. A lot of epic waves in a lot of really big moves and over the crazy reef. So it's always pretty exciting there. So many good memories.
Okay, I'll translate that. Yo le pregunté cuál había sido la maniobra más así, la que se recuerde más, la más explosiva, la más increíble, pero se lo pregunté de Arica, de sus veces que vino al Flopo, pero él al comienzo pensó que era como en general y estaba como, oh, esto es súper difícil, no sé, han sido tantas, y fue bacán porque ahí me respondió que en general, así como la maniobra que más cree él que lo impresionó fue su primer 720 grabado, ¿no? Porque parece que igual ya lo podía hacer, ya lo había hecho en free surf, pero la primera vez que lo logró grabar, que lo tuvo grabado, para él fue increíble. Y de Arica, porque después le declaré, dice que se recuerda de un invert altísimo, parece que fue en el 2009, en la derecha de Arica. Bueno, ahorita nosotros subimos una que fue el promocional, que esto fue el año pasado, en el 2019, fue increíble. My God, man, that was I'm sorry, the translation.
That was a long one.
That
was a good translation. You nailed it.
Did you get a little bit of Spanish or not too much?
Un poco.
Ah, bien, Jeff. Okay, so let's keep going. I have my little notebook in here because I have so many questions.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me. Okay, I'll go. What I want to know this, man. This is like the thing that I think every bodyboarding is asking themselves the same thing. What do you think it's the reason why you perform these maneuvers? I mean, your projection on the maneuvers, it's way higher than almost anyone else in the world. What do you think it's the reason of that?
That's, I get that question a lot. Why? And maybe one of the reasons was that when I was younger, I guess I really realized that doing big moves was something I really wanted to focus on. That was something I really made a point to do because I got more notice and more notoriety from that. It wasn't like, surfers, anyone who was in the water would be like real excited to see. It didn't matter if you're a bodyboarder or surfer. Everyone was kind of like, wow, that's cool. So I thought, yeah, I should try and focus on doing, really big, crazy moves and in the air. Like that was just something I really took notice of, and that's made it something that was like my own. And so I really made a point to focus on that in my writing. So I guess maybe that's why, it's something I just really made it a point. And maybe the type of, maybe the dimensions of my board. I have a little bit, higher wide point and a little bit wider board for my body size. So it's a little bit wider. So it's you have more speed and easier time, getting in the air. Maybe I think that helps. It always helps when you have a lot of speed, you can get higher air. So I kind of made it a point maybe to get a lot of speed on my boards, and made it a point to try and get as much ride really fast.
Okay, that's a very good one. I'll translate that. Are you done? Yeah.
No, I'm here. Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Oh, you go home already?
No. I'm just saying I was done talking for that,
oh, okay.
that question.
Sorry. Yo le pregunté algo. I'm sorry. Yo le pregunté a él qué pensaba él, porque yo creo que esto está en la cabeza de todos nosotros como bodyboarders. ¿Cómo piensa él que él puede lograr esa proyección tan diferente a todos los demás? O sea, ¿por qué él sale volando más que nadie? O sea, ¿qué es lo que él hace diferente para que él pueda lograr eso? Y él me dice que, bueno, en verdad, él se concentró desde que empezó a surfear, él como que entendió que era algo como más como que llamativo y como que recibía más respeto sin importar qué tipo de tabla o lo que sea estuvieras utilizando, que recibía como más atención el que volara más alto. Entonces como que dijo, esto es como clave. Entonces dice que él enfocó toda su energía y como toda su forma de surfear en eso, en volar alto. Y también You got that?
Yeah.
Man, you're making me blush. Look at this. I'm looking like if I was... Okay, perdón. I haven't done. Wait. Okay. I'm just going to say this last thing in Spanish because people is craving this answer. Okay. Entonces él piensa que una de las cosas, y yo iba a ir para allá ahora, le iba a preguntar qué tabla utiliza y cuáles eran sus especificaciones favoritas. Lo vamos a preguntar ahora. Pero él dice que lo que él piensa es que utiliza una tabla con el wider point, que es como el punto más ancho de la tabla, como mucho más ancho. Como que utiliza una tabla mucho más ancha para su tamaño, como para su tamaño y su peso. Así que ahora le vamos a preguntar cuánto pesa, cuánto mide y cuáles son sus especificaciones. Okay, so talking about that, what's your weight, your height, and your favorite specs, like the specifications of your boards? Can you say that?
Yeah. So my height is 5'9", and my weight is about 100 and almost 150, 148 or so. Between 145 and 150 pounds. So I'm not sure exactly what that translated to.
Oh my God!
Right? What is it in kilos? 60 something, 61, 62 kilos. I'm thinking something like that.
Oh my God!
Right?
Yeah, it goes around that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the board I use like a 40 and a half bat tail. So I use my hub bat tail, and then I have the 40 and a half size. That's the size I use. and then the wide point's about 20 and a half, I think.
20 and a half?
At 8, I think so, at about 18 or so, something like this. Maybe it's at, 17 and 3/4. I gotta look at the dimensions. They're on my website. I should look at it.
Okay,
and then the tail
I'll look for that.
Maybe it's like 11. Yeah, maybe the nose is about 11 and 3/4 or so, and the tail is about 17, I think.
But I'm asking you
17
this because these are your stock boards. The stock boards have the same
Yeah, it's the
size,
same.
the same
Yeah, it's the
specs?
same. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
As your customs?
exactly the same as I ride. Yeah, my 40 and a half is the same. I use the same board I ride. I just pick up the stock board and I can use it. It's the same dimensions, same shape, same dimensions, same everything.
So you don't do hand shapes for you? You don't do custom boards? Oh,
I have Dan hand shape the same shape. It's just the same shape. So
yeah, it's like an extra cost that you don't really need it if you're used to your board,
Yeah.
right? Oh, that's cool.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
translate
just, I mean,
that.
that's just kind of how you do it. Yeah.
Okay, entonces
Okay.
a ver si alguien igual en casa me puede ayudar porque me dice, claro, él es americano y el sistema métrico es otro. Él mide 5'9", que si no me equivoco yo creo 5'9" es como unos 70 y algo. I think 6 foot, it's like 180, I think, for meters. Yeah, you gotta be like around 175, something like that. Okay, y
Yeah.
él pesa súper poco, pesa menos que yo. Él pesa entre 60 y 62 kilos. Dice que pesa entre 145 y 150 libras. Y nada, me dice que usa una 40 y medio. Ahí está, 68 kilos, ¿en serio? Wow. Oh, here's someone telling me that Christian, hey, thank you. Christian says it's like 180 and 60 pounds. I mean, kilos. But someone else is saying
kilos,
68
60.
kilos. Oh,
I think it's around 60.
Medusa.
Yeah, they gave the dimensions. So that's the exact dimensions I ride. That's what I ride.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
I was asking you because I didn't know you actually use the stock boards. That's amazing. It's just perfect, you know. Okay.
Yeah, Dave does the same. Yeah, we all like, you know, that's the theme. If you why would you make a board that you're not using? You know, like you want to be able to just use it, grab what you want to use it. You know,
so,
nice.
Yeah, man, definitely, totally. Okay, I'm going to say this. Yo le pregunté que bueno, porque él me dice, no, es que yo uso una 40 y medio, están en la página, ustedes lo pueden buscar ahí en la página. Y yo digo, pero ¿tú no te haces tablas a mano? Me dice, no, yo uso los stock boards, que son las tablas de producción masiva. Y yo digo, pero ¿en serio? Sí, me dice, yo ya me sé mis medidas, yo si necesito una tabla, agarro una de producción masiva y ya. Son exactamente, o sea, las tablas que él usa son exactamente las mismas que él vende en su medida 40 y medio, así que ya lo saben, eso es. Y siempre bobtail. Why? Why you have been using bobtail all the time? What's the secret with the bobtail, man?
Everyone asks me that. I think it's just something that I found gave me more speed. I felt and gave me more like lift off my airs. So since it was helping me do bigger airs, I just kept doing it. I think it's something that I really use all the time. I've used crescents before, and they work fine, but they just don't get quite as high of an air, it feels like. And in certain situations, it's not as easy to do like a reverse air. I think the reverse airs always feel a little bit easier when you have a bat tail for some reason.
Okay, yo le pregunté por qué. So speed, and it's better for the spins, for the,
Air reverses, just doing any moves in the air, and then like an air reverse feels like really nice. It feels really, really a little bit easier with the lift. It gives you more lift. It feels like off the lip. There's more. I mean, think about it. There's more volume back there. It's where all your weight is centered on your bodyboard is right in that tail region, because you have to balance all your legs, right? So your legs are always have to be balanced because you can't drag them. So if you can't drag, you have to have your legs out of the water to have speed. So where your weight is centered, it's on your tail. So if all your leg weight is on your tail, then if you have more surface area there, which is the bat tail, so you have like, I don't know, a big chunk of volume just sitting on your tail, that helps lift the tail out, and then you can go much faster because you're getting more lift and dynamic speed right there.
Oh my God, I'm gonna try to translate all that. Oh my God.
I know.
No,
Sorry.
but I have it all. I will record all this and I'll translate. Okay. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do it. Yo le pregunté por qué siempre backtail y me dice backtail porque primero siente que le da más velocidad y también porque al tener más superficie en la tabla, hay más espacio para tus piernas que normalmente están ahí y que el centro de tu cuerpo está normalmente en el tail, que es la parte de abajo de la tabla, en el bottom, ¿no? En el tail. Y al tener más superficie siente que le da como una subida, una proyección mejor al leap y dice que para los aéreos reverse es perfecto el backtail. Y bueno, básicamente es eso. Si hay algo que se me quedó, esto va a quedar grabado y después lo podemos traducir. Okay, I think I did it.
Got it. Yes.
Okay, so wait, okay, done. In your history competing, which was like the most remarkable final or advice or competitor? I mean, that you competed with on a final.
And really, I think in a final, I had some really great finals. I felt like with Guilherme, I've had some really great finals with Guilherme. Those are always pretty cool, pretty special with Guilherme because he's just such a intense competitor. So I'm trying to think if there's been another one. Me and Ryan had a really nice final in Puerto Escondido on that really
Mexico.
massive, that massive 2011 event in Puerto Escondido. That was a great final. I really enjoyed that one. So me and Ryan had some good finals. Me and Ryan Hardy, me and Guilherme had some good finals. So those have been pretty cool. Me and my brother have had some fun finals and other event, not Grand Slam events, but some local events. Those are always kind of cool. So yeah, I think those would be the guys I've had good finals against, I would say.
Okay, so Tamega?
And real memorable, or at least real memorable for me.
Yeah, but which one with Tamega? With Guilherme, which one from all of them?
Oh, there's we had like at least two in Arica that were nice. He won one and I won the other. And then we had some at Pipe and Sandy. So we've had some, and then Ryan and I have had one at we had one at Citra, and then we had one at Mexico. So those were kind of cool.
Okay, así que yo le pregunté qué final de su carrera y qué rival se recuerda más. Me dijo que definitivamente con Guilherme Tamega, obvio que ha tenido unas súper buenas finales, recuerda en Pipe, recuerda en Arica, en Flopos, que una vez ganó él, otra vez ganó Tamega. Recuerda mucho, obviamente, la final de Hardy en México, en Cicatela, que fue de infarto, fue increíble, que Hardy habló de eso. Actually, Hardy spoke about that. We actually asked him.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Because he served so good the whole event, and then he comes to the final, and he said that the thing was that his strategy, the whole thing, was the tube riding, like just barrels. And when he gets to this final, he didn't really like find a good barrel, and you were like flying all over the place. So he was just I don't know.
Yeah, it was tough. That final, just what happened was there's a lot of the waves were really huge, right? So it was really big. So we had a couple waves right in the beginning. Both of us had some waves. We both had like 2 waves each, and then we were kind of tied. And then, but he had a better backup or whatever, so he was winning. Even though we were tied, he was winning, and then we just couldn't get waves. The rip current was just ripping. So I was like 100 yards away from him. I was super far away from him, so we weren't even close to each other. But, obviously the waves where I was, like, I couldn't catch a wave, and I was just trying to get in position, and he couldn't catch a wave, or no good waves were coming to him either. So there's just, the whole lineup was just so much current. And I remember trying to ask the jet ski guy to give me a ride back to Ryan, and he's like, no, I can't give you a ride. And so I'm just paddling because it's just so big and so much current. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to catch a wave off this current. Like, I got to get in. I was just paddling as hard as I could for like 5 minutes, and I finally made some headway, and a set came, and the rip current made that big air section where I did a big invert, and so that was like that score. at the end. So I was able to like catch that wave and then get that huge air, and then, you know, that's how I won. But it was just because we had no waves coming in that were rideable because it was so big. And then finally I was able to just power into a wave, like work so hard at just paddling so hard into. So that was like real, I guess, real determination and focus to catch that one wave. That was real deliberate and, you know, something I was, you know, real lucky to be able to do.
Yeah, man. I bet you were so tired, man. That place, the current, is something else and big. Oh my God.
Something else.
No.
Yeah.
Something else. I'm just gonna try to translate everything you said. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna download all these and I'm gonna put it on YouTube. So if I miss something, it's gonna be there.
No worries.
Ya, chicos, él estaba contando acerca de esa final con Ryan, que él dice que en verdad igual estaban bastante cerca. Yo la verdad no la recuerdo completa, pero sí, o sea, estaba ahí viéndola y era un estrés porque Ryan había surfeado súper bien todo el evento, y él dice que de hecho Ryan venía ganando, pero que hay una corriente y estaba súper grande y hay una corriente súper loca y ni siquiera se podían como casi ni ver. Dice que recuerda que le dijo al jet ski, oye, ¿me puedes llevar más cerca de donde está Ryan? Y le dijo, no, yo no te puedo llevar, como vela. Y entonces él dice que simplemente como que tuvo mucha determinación y consiguió estas olas, que hizo un invert altísimo, que fue de 10 puntos y nada, que fue así, siente que casi que fue de suerte, pero bueno. I just want to say just one more question and then we're going to go to people.
Okay.
What does bodyboard means to you, man? What is bodyboarding means to you?
Bodyboard es vida.
Sí. It's everything.
Yeah, it's everything. It's just, yeah, it's my life. It's like I have one of my outlets for happiness and just passion, and just, you know, just makes me happy just being in the water and the ocean, and it's just, yeah, watching it, being a part of it. Yeah, it's everything. You know, your family is everything too, and for sure my daughter and my wife are the most important things in my life, but bodyboarding is, you know, if you ask me what it is, it's just like, it's easy. That's life.
Oh my God, it's so good. So simple as that, man.
Yeah,
it's life.
So simple.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yo le pregunté qué significaba el bodyboard para él y dijo, bodyboard es vida, es todo, es sol, es vida. Dice que obviamente su familia es súper importante, es lo primero más importante en su vida, pero el bodyboard es todo para él, o sea, es parte de él, es vida, ya, corta, solo eso. Ok, gente, escuchen, ahora vamos ya con sus preguntas, pero yo voy a hacer una última, y ya ustedes prepárense con sus preguntas mientras yo voy haciendo esta, ¿ya? Okay, everyone home, if you're an English speaker, you can throw your questions after this one. I'm just going to say this is the last one. I just want to know, as right now, you own a brand, which is Hotboards.
Yep.
You've been doing a great job. I want to know your perspective as an owner, as a brand owner, being on, like, behind the scene, if you want to say it. What do you think, or what's your idea for pushing the sport? How do you think it should be done?
For me, I feel like the sport is really needs to be just grown through the grassroots. That's the way I've been kind of seeing it from the last couple of years, is just really pushing the events for the kids and just having fun and just introducing more people to the sport, and just trying to get kids involved in bodyboarding and get outdoors. And I think we've had a real problem in the last couple of years that a lot of the youth don't like to go outdoors. They just want to sit in front of their phones and their computers and play games, and not really experiencing life on the outdoor scale. So I'm hoping that'll change, and maybe this whole virus thing is going to do that. Maybe that's going to change it, so we can all get outdoors, and just trying to push that angle of getting people into the beach and just enjoying it. It doesn't have to be high performance. You don't have to do the biggest moves. You just have to go and have fun and enjoy yourself in the water. And however you're doing that, expressing yourself, drop knee prone, stand up, you know, double knee, you know, whatever style, who cares? Like, just have fun and have a smile. If you're having a smile at the end of the day when you're bodyboarding, that's like, you killed it. You had fun. And that was the goal. That's the goal. That's why we do it.
Definitely. Your whole day changes after you start.
Yeah, it is. Just
but
good vibes.
Okay, this will be like your point of view of what has to be done in order, like for the sport itself, but as an entrepreneur, as an owner of a brand, what do you think the brands should put on the bodyboard to make the grow, or do you think it's not our well, I say our because I work for Erizos as well, but
Yeah.
what do you think is our responsible? I have to say, I mean, I'd like to see your point of view on that one.
That's a good point. It's hard because a lot of the low end boards that you'd like to use as a gateway to getting more people into the sport, they're owned by people that don't bodyboard. So the low end gateway for bodyboarding is kind of run by toy stores or corporations that Chinese manufacturers that are just people that don't have any clue of the sport. So because of that, the entryway for that low end is a little bit blocked for brands that are core brands from the industry. We only have so much leeway to capture that space and influence those riders that are coming in and that want to start bodyboarding. If someone who has never bodyboarded before, they're most likely not going to pick up a core bodyboard brand. They wouldn't see that in theirs. They go to a surf shop and they pick out the cheap, or go to Walmart or Costco or somewhere where it's selling something cheap, and they're going to gravitate towards that, and that isn't going to they're not going to have any access to one of the the better products or better brands out there. I mean,
they're not even sometimes they're not even that expensive, if you compare to them. We have like all of the brands can show good products at reasonable prices,
Exactly.
But they don't get to know it because those guys are like covering the whole market.
Yeah,
Since
exactly.
they go massive.
Yeah. So that's the just a barrier to influence those riders that haven't had any I guess exposure to what bodyboarding is and can be. They're just kind of going out there buying one of those cheap boards and just going to the ocean, which is great. We're stoked they're doing that, but it's hard to really encourage that from our brand to or try and help them do that.
Right. Okay, I'll translate that real quick.
Okay.
Bueno, ya chicos, esta sí es la última, ahora vienen ustedes. Yo lo que le pregunté primero era qué pensaba él como dueño de una marca que se podría hacer para ayudar a empujar el bodyboard. Él parece que al comienzo me entendió que qué pensaba él, cómo se podía ayudar a crecer el bodyboard, y él me decía que él piensa que debemos hacer campañas porque la juventud de ahora está pendiente como de estar siempre enfrente de una pantalla, que jugando, que las redes sociales, que no sé qué. Él decía que tenemos que tratar de empujar a la juventud a ir más afuera, a salir, a disfrutar de las playas, a hacer, no importa tu estilo, no importa si eres bueno o no tan bueno, o si eres drop knee o ser prong o lo que sea, pero como tomar una ola y experimentar eso y tratar de empujar más a la gente. Entonces yo creo que eso es un excelente aporte y es verdad. Y después también yo le decía, bueno, ya, pero como dueño de marca, él me decía que igual es difícil como a veces para las marcas crecer y poder apoyar más el bodyboard, porque la mayoría de las marcas masivas que tienen ocupado todo el mercado del bodyboard son gente que son dueños de corporaciones súper grandes, de tiendas de juguetes, que ven los bodyboard como un juguete y además producen masivamente, y entonces acaparan este mercado, y definitivamente este personaje que está empezando no va a ir a comprar de una marca de bodyboard core, que somos las marcas de bodyboarders para bodyboarders, ¿no? Sino que simplemente pues se quedan en esto, y él siente que hay un poco ese problema, ¿no? De que las corporaciones grandes, dueños de juguetes y multitiendas, han un poco saturado el mercado y se han apropiado o monopolizado el mercado por ese lado sin darle espacio a las marcas que son core. Entonces, en el fondo, yo creo que lo que está diciendo es apoyen a las marcas de bodyboard porque somos chicos todos y estamos tratando de salir adelante para ustedes. Okay, no more of me. Let's, are you good on time? Or
Yep,
you're
I'm fine.
Rush?
Totally good. No,
Sure?
all good.
You be honest. Anytime you want to
No,
leave, you just say it.
I'm good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
Just
awesome.
stop.
Okay, you stopped?
Yeah, I stopped.
Oh my God.
I found a place to pull over. So.
Oh, are you by yourself? Or are you with your daughter and wife?
No, just by myself. So.
Oh, okay.
So it's good.
Okay, let's start, people. Vamos, gente, empecemos con las preguntas. Vamos a ver. Okay, here's someone from San Diego. Hi, hello from San Diego. I hope family is okay. My wife is making. Oh no, this is not a question. Okay, wait.
But I saw that. That was nice of. Nice of him. I might take him up on that. We don't have masks yet. We're trying to find some.
Dude, tell me about it. It's
Yeah.
They're sold everywhere.
Sold out. Yeah.
Wait, ¿sentiste alguna vez perder la vida en alguna caída o alguna ola muy fuerte? Ah, okay. This is a Koa, and he's asking you if you have you felt that you were gonna die, or something like that in a wave or in a wipeout?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I've gotten injured quite a few times, but dying where you're just like, I'm gonna die, like you're scared. I think, I mean, I've felt scared for sure before in like situations where there's, you're just trying to get out of the way, like the waves are just come crashing over you, and they're so big, and you're trying to avoid them, and you're in the way of the waves. So that is a little scary and daunting. So I think that's times I've been scared, like huge pipe, caught inside. Mostly when you're caught inside of giant surf, that's when it really gets your like, your heart racing, but you have to be mellow at the same time. You have to keep your heart rate down so you don't panic, so you don't die. So it's like a conflict of interest. Like I want to be panicked and cry, but I can't, so I have to like relax and breathe, and then it's so once you kind of it's tough, and sometimes taking off on crazy waves, you're just like your adrenaline's so high, you're not going to die, but it's kind of scary. You're like, those are fun to get you like real excited, and it just makes you feel alive. The bodyboarding makes you feel alive in those moments. It's pretty cool.
Ok, dice que mira, no ha sentido nunca que se va como a morir, pero donde más miedo le ha dado es como que lo tome, como que quede en el inside, sobre todo de pipe cuando está grande. O sea, él dice que quedar en el inside mientras hay un swell grande con olas grandes es como bastante complicado, que eso como que igual sabes, le da un poco de nervios, pero que igual hay que tratar de mantenerse tranquilo en ese momento. Y dice que sí, ha tenido varias como que se ha lesionado varias veces, pero que nunca ha sentido que se va a morir. You talk about injuries, because I have never ever seen on the social media or anywhere that you have been injured. What kind of injuries have you had? Or I haven't seen it.
I mean, we can just try and go backwards in time. I mean, you get injured a lot if you're pushing yourself, bodyboarding or in any sport. You're gonna like have injuries. I think I like bricking my ribs a few times. I broke my ribs, like I had like little stress fractures in my ribs a few times, maybe 3 or 4 times before, and then I broke my back once. I hit a rock, and so
your back.
Yeah, you just hit the transverse processor vertebrae, and I like hit a rock with my back, and like I broke some bones, so that was pretty bad. I broke my foot once at bodyboarding, so something like so there's definitely been injuries, but when you bodyboard it, that's just naturally bound to happen, and then you just can't wait to then you just feel so lucky to be surfing again. Every time you're healthy and you're 100% healthy, like, and you get to go bodyboard, it feels amazing. So it is lucky, and you learn not to take that for granted, because a lot of time you're surfing with a little bit of some sort of injury, and that doesn't feel good. So it's nice to when you feel great and you can go bodyboarding. It's wonderful.
It's like a fresh start. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we have 7 minutes. It's up to you if you wanna. It's 7 minutes for the hour, and it will shut down. And it's up to you if you want me to call you back, or if you're okay, you want to do something, we can just leave it until there. But I think a lot of people want to hear from you still.
Yeah, I saw that.
So you maybe we just like do these 7 minutes that we have left, and just a few more if you want. And you tell me.
Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that.
Okay, man. Sorry, just I don't want to leave the people hanging in there.
Yeah. So what question you want to hit next? There's so many.
Man. I don't even know. I'm trying to read here.
Yeah, so I guess I saw one about me and Dave in a final. If that would be fun. A man-on-man final. We haven't done that before, so that would be really fun. Something we always thought about. And we've been in semis. We've had a couple semifinals. man on man, but never like a final man on man final. So that'd be kind of cool. So that's something we'd like to do for sure. What was another question I saw? I gotta go back.
There's Pablo here asking you if you do yoga and if
yes,
you
I definitely do a lot of yoga.
You do?
Trying to do a lot of, I try and stretch and do a little workout every day. Core workout, stretching kind of yoga thing every day. It's nice to bodyboard every day, but I don't get to bodyboard every day since I'm kind of busy doing a lot of different things. But when I do get to bodyboard, it's great. Let's see.
Yo le pregunté, Pablo le preguntó si hacía yoga, dice que sí, que hace todo el tiempo estiramientos y hace full yoga, ocupa un lugar súper importante, pero no le he preguntado lo de la parte espiritual. Miren, esto se va a colgar como en 6 minutos. Yo le pregunté si él quiere seguir. Nosotros obviamente que queremos seguir, pero él me dice que sí, que puedo llamarlo y hacer otros minutos más. Así que eso va a ser full dedicado a ustedes, gente. Sorry, de verdad, es que tengo tanto de qué hablar. Okay, my God, it's so hard.
What's my
have you said?
Go.
Okay,
I saw one.
Matias is.
What was Matias asking? Go for it.
Matias Sanhuesa, not Diaz. He's asking you, have you surfed in Iquique? And if you have, which wave did you like the most?
Never been to Iquique, so I don't know.
No?
And they all look so great. Yeah, they look wonderful. Iquique looks amazing. I'd love to go there.
What?
It's like a great bodyboarder's paradise. One day, for sure. One day. So I'll definitely.
Dude, man, my house is your house. You can come whenever you want.
Oh, thank you. It'd be great. I'd love to just go and see a new spot. It's always nice in traveling and seeing new places and meeting new people. So Iquique sounds like a bodyboarder's little paradise. Cold water, but bodyboarder paradise.
Really cool. Not that bad.
Yeah, not that cold. It's not that cold. Don't have to wear it's not like south of Chile. But from Hawaii to there, it's a little bit of a difference. What else did I see?
Él decía que nunca había ido a Iquique, pero que quiere venir seguro. There's someone. Wait a minute. I'm trying to do the Spanish people because they don't get to talk to you ever.
For sure.
They don't have anyone to actually translate for them. So tengo 12 años y hago bodyboard con mi papá. Chelo. Here's a kid that has 12 years. He's 12 years old and he practiced bodyboard with his father. So he would like you to give you an advice.
Great. Yeah, 12 years old is a great time, age, because you're in a perfect time these days to so many places to learn tricks and tips about how to get better. And I think the main thing about if you're that young and you're bodyboarding is just to trying to learn about the ocean. I think that's the most important thing. If you can learn the tricks of the ocean, kind of when to paddle out, when the waves are good, what waves to catch, when learn about that, it'll really help you become a better rider faster because you're learning that environment. So if you learn your environment first, and then you can work on tricks and all that kind of stuff later, because that you can always learn that. But once you learn how to catch waves and what waves to catch in the water, what waves are going to offer you the best opportunity for riding, I think that's the good advice.
My God, that advice is good for everyone.
Yeah.
It's not just for the 12-year-old.
At any age.
That's for any age. That's for me also. Okay, para Chelo, que había dicho que cuál consejo le daba, que tenía 12 años, él dice, miren, lo más importante en realidad es aprender el funcionamiento del ambiente, el funcionamiento del mar, qué olas funcionan para tomar, qué olas no, cómo funciona el mar, las corrientes, todo eso. Él dice que tú siempre vas a poder aprender acerca de las maniobras, pero que 12 años es una muy buena edad para aprender y que si puedes como aprender a manejar el ambiente, todo lo demás se te va a hacer mucho más fácil adelante. Este es un consejo buenísimo para cualquiera, yo lo agarro para mí también, así que gracias por eso. Okay, Medusa Shop. Hey, Medusa. Hola.
Yeah.
It's asking you what difference can we find on the sci-fi? That's a
I guess they're talking about board channels. A lot of people are asking about that. So I guess nowadays, the main thing from before is that the technology to make the channel bottoms.
Hey.
You made it. That's good. Yeah.
Thank you, man. We have no words to thank you for this time, man. It's been magical. Thank you very much.
Super fun. Yeah,
Cheers.
it kicks. You're right. It's only an hour long.
This-
It kicks you off.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Okay, so questions. Gente, por favor, tiren las preguntas. Tiren las preguntas. Chelo, no te preocupes, va a quedar grabado. Él decía que 12 años es una muy buena edad para empezar y que aprendas a conocer el mar. Eso te decía. A ver, gente, las preguntas en español, por favor, para que yo pueda traducirlo. Ok. Oh my God, I don't know how to say this in English. They say like it's someone asking you about the fins. They said symmetric maybe or as I don't know how to say that in English. Yep. Asymmetric or symmetric. Yeah. Which one do you prefer?
I like the asymmetrical fins. Those work a little better for me. They're a little. I feel like I get a little faster kick when I need it. When you're trying to catch the wave, you have a little faster burst. But I know a lot of people have symmetrical fins for different reasons. Some people they don't hurt their knees. Some people it's easier to drop knee on. So I know, and so it's just personal preference with fins. I feel like it's whatever kind of fits your foot and the most comfortable, and you feel like you have the most power with. That's kind of a good fin to use for bodyboarding.
Okay. Así que Raúl. Ok, Raúl, el que preguntaba aletas simétricas o asimétricas, él prefiere las asimétricas porque siente que va más rápido, pero dice que en el fondo, que te conoce mucha gente que prefiere las simétricas, en el fondo es la aleta que tú sientas que te da más velocidad y que te es más cómoda. Y, o sea, él igual habla más de como de la velocidad y del poder. Entonces, eso básicamente, que tú pruebes y veas cuál tú sientes que te da más poder. A ver, ¿quién más? Okay, Juan Avant is asking you, he wants to compete in the World Tour, so what do you recommend for training or preparation?
For bodyboarding training, I think a lot of it has to do with just being in the ocean. Obviously, you want to do a lot of, stretching and core work and being fit. So, I mean, you can do swimming and yoga, swimming. I mean, if you have, just depends how much time you have. You can do a lot of short interval, cross training. That stuff they do for cross training is probably kind of cool. Like you're doing like short interval, high intense things because that's what you need to be good at when you're bodyboarding is just real short bursts and real strong and energetic for short bursts.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
Okay.
But mostly just bodyboarding, stay in the water.
Okay, Juan dice que mucho bodyboard, mucho tiempo estar en el agua y que igual hagas como high intensity interval training, ese como de que estos que son fuertes con muchos intervalos pero cortos, ¿no? Eso dice que es lo que necesitas. Pues si puedes nadar, obviamente mucho estiramiento, yoga, eso te prepara súper bien. Ok, Andrés te dice que cuenta de Mentawai, lo único que quieres ir para allá y sobre la última metida de Waimea. Okay, so here's Andrés asking you if you can tell us about Mentawais, the Indonesian islands.
Yeah, I went to Mentawais a few times.
Yeah, so he wants.
It's beautiful there.
How is it?
It's beautiful. I went a long time ago, so I think it's a little more crowded these days. There's more boats and more people, so you have to really do a lot of searching to find empty waves. So it's an expensive trip to go on from anywhere you go. It's going to be expensive. So you just have to know, like, okay, if you're going to spend that money, you might still be surfing with a bunch of people. But they may be perfect waves, but it's not going to be not always uncrowded. Let's just put it that way, I think. But it's beautiful and could have really great waves.
Mira, dice Andrés que él ha ido muchas veces para Mentawais, pero que ahora está como mucho más comercializado y como que hay mucha gente yendo a surfear. Entonces como es súper caro ir para allá, no importa de donde tú vayas, de cualquier parte del mundo va a ser caro. Y como que no sabes si en realidad vale tanto la pena porque igual vas a pagar mucho dinero, vas a surfear olas buenas, es muy bonito, pero vas a surfear con mucha más gente porque ahora está bastante crowd. Okay. Ale, there's been a couple of Canarians. Disculpen los canarios que han estado preguntando. He visto sus preguntas. And here's Ale asking you, what do you think about fronton on your top ranking waves? and if it's one of your favorites.
Yeah, for sure. Fronton is just an amazing bodyboarding wave, one of the best in the world for sure. And I love riding there and being there. So it's definitely one of my favorite waves in the world to visit. 100%. Such a great bodyboarding wave.
Dice que sí, que es excelente ola de bodyboard frontón, Ale, y que ha ido muchas veces y que es una de sus favoritas. So aquí, Nico is asking you if have you used your brother's model, like your board? Have you used that? How is it?
I tried it a few times for sure. It was pretty fun. It worked a little bit differently, but in some waves it worked a little bit better, and in some ways that I used it, and some ways it felt a little bit different. I liked it for drop knee. I used it for drop knee. It felt really cool. I had some fun with the drop knee, and I had some fun with it prone too. But I didn't ever use it in really big waves prone yet. I just used it in kind of some small waves. So I've had mixed results in the small waves for myself. But it worked good, and some waves for sure. I was excited. Had some cool experiences with it.
Ok, para esa pregunta de si has utilizado las tablas de Dave, sí las he utilizado, funcionan súper bien para drop knee, no las he probado como en olas muy grandes, pero sí para hacer drop knee en olas así un poco más pequeñas y le ha gustado harto. Ok, aquí Pablo Bandiera pregunta si piensa que el bodyboard está perdiendo su esencia. Ok, Pablo is asking you if you think the bodyboarding is losing his essence. I think it's like his spark, maybe, or its nature.
Okay, that's probably a hard one to translate. I would think that it's. I think it's always going to have its soul and its spark for those people who can go and enjoy it. I think that's for what it is. I think it's always going to be special and enjoyable when you can ride it, and it's never going to lose any of that. It's just a matter of, I think, the times we live in are different. The times are always changing. So when you compare something to other things, maybe there's, and everyone's has different opportunities and different lifestyles. So it's as everyone gets, as their life evolves, their life changes with their bodyboarding, a relationship to their bodyboarding. So I think it's a personal thing. And so you just have to kind of like be open to how you feel personally. And it's like a deep little feeling. It's always personal for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Mira, él estaba diciéndote, Pablo, que piensa que la chispa del bodyboard y la esencia siempre va a estar para quienes lo amamos y quienes lo aman. Él dice que, bueno, los tiempos siempre están cambiando y las personas también están cambiando, entonces realmente es algo muy personal, que básicamente, por lo que entiendo que está diciendo, lo que dice es que depende de ti y de cómo tú lo vivas. Y yo puedo agregar a eso que es cierto, ¿sabes? Nosotros tenemos que mantener la chispa del bodyboard prendida y no fijarnos tal vez en los demás, ¿no? Hay que hacerlo por el amor. Okay, Miguel is asking you if you think you have to take big waves to have less fear, if that's a fact. I mean, that will help you for not having.
I think having, if you go out in bigger waves, the next time you surf, if you surf smaller waves that are, maybe not smaller, you're less scared for sure. Like just being out in big waves, like really makes you like feel alive, and like you can feel like the next time you go surfing, you're definitely not scared because that other obsession was so big. And even though you might be in big waves, still it's not as big as the last time, so you're not as scared. So it helps to go out in big surf, but you have to know your limits, and you should like always be prepared. You don't even have, sometimes just paddling out and not catching a wave is nice to like feel the power of the ocean and really respect it. So it's kind of a different thing for everyone, though. You really have to know your limits, and you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're going to cause others harm or make them have to rescue you, because that could be really bad. So it's a tough one.
But it does help.
It does help.
It does help.
It definitely helps. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
You don't even want to be pushing that on someone if that's something they're not into.
Right. Ok, acerca de esta pregunta de si correr olas grandes ayuda para perder el miedo, él dice que sí, que él siente que sí, que ayuda, porque cuando corres una ola grande, cuando vayas a correr una más chica, pues vas a ir con más confianza, pero que igual tienes que tener cuidado y tienes que saber como tus límites, porque igual puede ser peligroso y puedes tener que poner a personas a rescatarte o pasar un mal momento y también te puedes como traumar, entonces como que, o sea, si puedes y si te sirve, o sea, si vas y puedes, hazlo. Si no, si sientes que es como mucho para ti, tranquilo con la situación. Okay. Oh, a bodyboard from El Salvador. We don't get many of those in Central
No.
America. That's Marcelo Martinez is asking you, when are you going to go visit?
I don't know when I'm going to go to El Salvador. It looks like there's some great point breaks there. Like I think we were talking earlier, imagination traveling is great right now, but it's life traveling for real is kind of on hold. So you're just, you're not planning on any trips right now. Just planning on trying to surf around home if you
I
can.
know. Bueno, dice que El Salvador se ve increíble y que se ven como las buenísimas, pero que bueno, ahora es súper difícil planificar un viaje por todo lo que está pasando, pero que le encantaría algún día ir a visitar, que sabe que hay olas muy buenas, así que eso. Para las personas que están preguntando cómo entrena, en el otro, no sé, creo que fue si en el otro live lo pueden ver, él explicó una rutina buena, explicó de qué pueden hacer es para no repetir un poco preguntas porque obviamente se va a querer ir en poco tiempo. Okay, Boogie Life is asking you if you still surf with Skipper, Alistair Taylor, and all that generation that's inspired the golden times of bodyboard.
Yeah, I surfed with Alistair yesterday at Pipe, so we had some fun waves yesterday morning. I surfed with him for a little bit. He surfs out there occasionally before he takes some photos, and he does his thing. I haven't surfed with Skipper in a while. I talked to him a few weeks ago, or about a week ago. He's doing good, but I haven't surfed with him in a while. He doesn't get to surf as much. He's a firefighter, and so got a family too. So it's, some people are still able to surf. It depends as they get older. Some people don't have that luxury. So if you get to surf still, you're really lucky. You got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely. Where's Ross? He's in California, right? Ross?
Yeah, he lives in California, and I'm not sure if he still bodyboards or not. I don't know. I haven't kept in touch with him too much.
Paul?
Paul Roach, yeah, I think he's in California too. I don't know. Again, I don't know if they bodyboard. Those guys bodyboard too much. I've seen, I don't see too many videos.
Yeah, you're right there anyway. So, I mean, you're so far away, so.
Yeah.
Okay, con respecto a si surfea con Alistair Taylor, surfió ayer con él en Pipeline, o sea, sí, siempre, pero Skipper no tiene como mucho tiempo de surfear y hace rato que no lo ve. No sabe de Ross McBride o de Paul Roach si están surfeando porque hace mucho que no tiene contacto con ellos, entonces esa parte no la sabe. Y okay. Oh, this is a good one. Someone wants to ask you what type of board should you use for big waves, such as like Jaws, those like bumpy big waves. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think for like Jaws or like really big heavy waves that are really bumpy, you probably don't want to board with flex. You want something that's really you want something that you can paddle easily. So you want to be able to paddle into the waves, but at the same time, you want some control, so a lot of flex, I would think. You don't need, the waves give you a lot of speed. Something soft and flexible, I guess.
Soft and flexible.
That would be my guess. And heavy, soft, heavy, flexible if you're surfing something really heavy, big waves. I mean, really big, like if someone's talking about Jaws, heavy, you want to be able soft and flexy and heavy.
Okay,
opposite of what you would think.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I've never made a board for Jaws, and I don't ride Jaws, so I don't know.
It's not. But it's like
it doesn't look that fun to be bouncing all over on a bodyboard. It's kind of like
same.
I'd rather just ride a nice clean wave and have a lot of fun. Bouncing around isn't enjoyable.
Mira, aquí para Uxi for Friends que preguntó qué tipo de bodyboard para una ola súper grande tipo Jaws. Él dice que, mira, él cree que una tabla flexible, pero al mismo tiempo fuerte, debería ser una buena opción. Pero de todas formas dice que él nunca ha surfeado yo, como que no le interesa mucho ese tipo de surfing porque en el fondo esas olas grandes lo único que te hacen es saltar en la tabla y como que no lo ve tan divertido, que prefiere una ola como más limpia y más perfecta y como con trampas y tubos buenos. Ok. When are you going to go to Puerto Rico? Is asking you, Carlos Rico. Jared is waiting for you.
Yeah, I know. He gets to catch all the waves over there, so I don't have to go, but I'd like to go visit him. We have a really good Puerto Rican food here that we've been eating a lot in the last couple weekends. There's a nice Puerto Rican place to get good food, so I'm enjoying all my tostones and my mofongo. It's great.
Oh man, so good. I love Puerto Rico. Okay, Carlos dice que no, como dijo antes, ahora no puede planificar nada por el tema de lo que está pasando, entonces como que viajar se ve un poco lejos, sobre todo porque no se sabe cómo se va a llevar esto, pero que hay un restaurante súper bueno de comida puertorriqueña que ama el mofongo y los tostones, así que ahí cuando pueda va a ir. I love Puerto Rico as well. Okay, oh my God. Okay.
Okay, one more. Let's do one more. I probably gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I haven't eaten yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. What time is it?
Almost 2. But that's about the time for South American lunch. Right?
Yeah.
2:00?
Yeah. Sometimes even later, yeah. Okay, so just this one. How's the relationship with your brother inside and outside of the water, not only in the water? Do you compete between yourselves?
We do a little bit compete, but not really. I think we've had more competition back in the days where we were real competitive in the water, and I think nowadays it's just a nice brotherly relationship. I think as you get older with your brother, that relationship really evolves into something special if you have a really good family connection. So right now we're great. I think we've always been really great, but it always gets better as you get older and wiser, and you're able to spend more time with the people you love and appreciate that. So it's nice where you get to a space where you're just really appreciative of your family and how lucky you are to have great family and great friends.
Yeah, man, definitely. Bueno, Jeff se tiene que ir porque son las 2:30 de la tarde ya y no ha comido nada. Los americanos comen más temprano que nosotros, no ha almorzado. Gringos eat earlier. So,
yeah.
La relación con su hermano es muy buena, sobre todo ahora que están más grandes. Antes era un poquito más competitivo, pero hoy en día se llevan súper bien y tienen una muy bonita relación. Eso es lo que nos dijo. Jeff, this was amazing beyond, I mean, I have no words to describe how thankful we are for your time and this wonderful interview. Do you want to say something else, or do you want to send a message or something?
Definitely. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. It was great to get so many questions and get to talk to you, Begonia. That was really fun, and just nice to relive bodyboarding stoke and good bodyboarding vibes. It's important these days to just feel the good spirits of bodyboarding. So thanks for putting this on. I really appreciated it. And thanks everyone for tuning in. And good times, good vibes. Hope to see everyone in the water. Let's get back in the water and boogie board together.
I'm just gonna quick to say that. Mando un mensaje para todos ustedes. Muchísimas gracias por sintonizar y gracias por estar acá. La verdad que solamente mandemos unas buenas vibras a aguantar esta situación y solamente quiere volver a vernos en el agua, así que sigan con esa actitud y muchísimas gracias. Okay, guys, thank you very much and enjoy your meal, man. Thank you. And I hope we can keep in touch. Maybe in the future we can do another one.
Definitely. Super fun. Thanks, guys. Aloha.
Thank you. Aloha. Take care.